Hi, I'm JC Alvarez. Welcome to Talking About.
I'm Cara Kilduff.
And chaos and hilarity ensue in the new off-Broadway show, When Joey Married Bobby. And here we have one of the stars of the show, Matthew Pender.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Welcome.
Thanks
for having me.
joining us.
Oh, I really appreciate you guys having me. Thank you very much.
Oh gosh, this show features one of the living icons
Yes.
of the drag community, which is Lady Bunny.
Absolutely correct. Who is phenomenal.
Who is phenomenal in the show, but it's really kind of it's sort of a very sitcom-y, slapsticky kind of show. And why don't you tell us a little bit about it? Because it's like you play Joey.
Well, the show itself is Joey is marrying Bobby, and throughout the process of the play, he's got to deal with his mother, who is running for Christian of the Year, and
now your mom is your mom
who has a gay son who's marrying Bobby, who happens to be gay.
And your mom is played by
Tina McKissick, who's phenomenal. I mean, absolutely phenomenal, and as well as the entire cast. But her comedic abilities are spot on. You know, and having Lady Bunny out there also is fantastic. I mean, like we were talking earlier, like backstage, she's just so quick and witty, you can never one up her. You know, and it's really hard. I'm like, oh God, I can't get her, but eventually I will.
That wig gives her the advantage.
Yeah, I know.
It gives her power.
It does. It really, she's almost as tall as I am. I'm like, I'm like dodging her. You know, walking by.
And you're like 6'5".
6'5", correct. Yeah. Or 6'4", depending on the doctor's office I go into. You know, where the height.
What does your driver's license say?
That says 6'4.5". I can't do that.
That's all right. It's 6'5" sounds good to me, Matthew.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead, keep telling us about.
Dirty whore.
I'm just saying. Tell us more about the show because it's very funny and
It is. Like I said, my mother Tina is running for Christian of the Year. My father,
of the Year.
Christian of the Year.
That's great.
Christian of the Year.
Yeah, and she's putting together this huge pageant. This Christmas pageant.
Yeah, this huge pageant, and there's Cherry Devine, who's played by Lady Bunny, is married to she's a minister's wife, and then you have my sister who is you know, not all there.
But her heart's in the right place.
But her heart is in the right place. I don't want to say too much about her because you have to go and see the show without giving away. And Dad, my father, is just running around, you know, wondering how we're going to pay for the wedding because my mother keeps spending all the money, and which I have to say is very, very similar to my life because my mother ends up spending all of my father's money and says some of the similar things. Now she's watching right now. Don't kill me either.
Now it's really
Somebody's getting slapped when he goes home.
boom. Now what's really a lot of fun about the show is that it's called When Joey Married Bobby, but it really honestly is so much more than just centered around Joey and Bobby's wedding, and in that there's all these elements that are falling together to this day that's supposed to be sort of like this big event. But there's all these elements that keep falling in, and the sitcom writing, which is by William Wyatt, who's the writer of the play, it's so much fun.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. They are fantastic at what they do. It's actually William Wyatt is made up of two people, John Gibson and Anthony Morris. And they're great, you know, especially like directing. They're easy to work with. They allow us as actors to be able to give some kind of insight. Oh, let's try this, let's try that, and they're really open to that. And like the relationship that we all have with them makes it very easy to work well together.
Yeah, and it's necessary for something like this where it is very loose and very funny, and you kind of all have to like listen to one another really carefully, not to step on each other's lines because it's that comedy that's like fast. It's like Norman Lear kind of comedy.
It's really quick.
It's like, you know, 70s, 80s sitcom kind of funny.
Exactly.
Well, the premise reminds. I don't. When you're saying Christian of the Year, that is funny. That like makes me. I have to go see this play now.
Christian of the Year.
No, because it reminds me of like, you know, a John Waters movie or something. So I'm gonna have to check it out.
Oh, please do.
Now you guys just recently moved spaces. You were downtown, and now you're over at the Roy Arias Theater in Midtown on 43rd in the Theater District.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah. So if people want to check it out, it's still running.
Yes.
And has been extended, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. We are now going through the end of actually right up to Memorial Day, which is the end of May, I believe. And we just moved. It's a great spot. It's a great place to work. The stage is a bit smaller, so we have to tighten up a little bit, but it's a fantastic place. It's www.whenjoeymarriedbobby.com. It has all the information there. If hopefully everybody out there is interested in going, please come. It's a great show.
It really is a fun show, and it's not just it's not something. It's something that would appeal to everybody.
Yes.
It's not just specifically something that will just appeal to Lady Bunny's fans. Although
it's very broad.
It's very
yeah, it's
broad,
very
yeah,
broad.
yeah.
I mean, because
What'd you call me?
Whatever you want me to. Whatever you want me to.
Now,
We'll talk about that later.
Is this your first off-Broadway experience, Matthew?
My first off-Broadway, yes. Not my first play. I was doing stuff in Atlanta a lot, and then I moved up here. But to be off-Broadway, yes. And it's created a lot of opportunities for myself as well as everybody else on the cast. And it's great. It's just being up there, being on stage, being able to entertain and being able to muff your lines and work out for other people.
well, it's not as if you're a stranger to being in front of audiences, because
Correct.
you actually were a minor league ball player, weren't you?
Correct.
You
yes.
pitched.
I did. I pitched for. If Lady Bunny was here right now, she would say she was a catcher. and the running joke is like she said, I thought I got her one time. She's like, I'm a catcher, and I'm like, well, I'm a pitcher, and I have a damn good fastball. I went like that, and she came back with something. I'm like, God, I almost had her.
Yeah, I got to tell you, no one wants to hear you have a fastball.
Yeah. Oh.
No one wants to hear that, mister. Sorry. Now, if I could make sense of these are, I guess, your pitching stats, which someone who's into baseball told me are very good. But I don't know what they mean.
baseball?
So yeah, I like baseball.
I don't know what it means.
But
you don't like the fastballs.
Yeah. I know what fastballs are. But you actually were very, very good.
I worked 20 years of my life. I had a baseball in my hand since I was 5 years old, and it's something that I wanted to do as a career, and I perfected it. And unfortunately, I had my tears in my shoulder.
Did you hurt yourself during a game, or
it was actually spring training?
Okay. And that is common amongst ball players, isn't it? Okay.
It's very common. The only unfortunate part about myself is that I didn't know that they were there.
Oh, so they got progressively worse.
Yes, it started off as a small tear and then just got worse and worse and worse. And I thought it was bicep tendonitis, and like to nobody's fault, it just wasn't coming up on MRIs and whatnot. And so it was just one of those things that I guess it just wasn't in the stars for me, and it was very heartbreaking. I mean, spending 20 plus years of your life trying to reach one goal.
But fortunately, you kind of were able to pursue your other artistic.
Exactly. It was like they say, when one door closes, another one opens.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like I'm no stranger to it. Like I love being in front of people, especially going from 10, 15,000 people to now maybe 200. But hopefully that will grow in time.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's definitely a different type of crowd, but still a fun crowd. Yeah. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, because I mean, it's the same sort of feeling. I guess playing a game is the same sort of feeling as being on stage. The intensity is immediate when you have that audience right there.
You get the feedback
exactly.
right away.
Exactly. That's the great thing about the stage. Is you get that immediate, exactly what you say, feedback, as opposed to being on the mound. I remember my first year I was playing.
You suck!
Exactly. I was in Staten Island, and I happened to.
Come on, Pender! Wow! Like that, right?
Well, it was a championship game, and in short season A-ball. And it was me and Wong, I think, who got traded from the Yankees now.
Yeah.
And him and I were going against each other, pitching in a duel. It was a great game, and their catcher came up, and I was 0-0 ball game, threw a two-seamer down the heart of the plate that was supposed to move, and it didn't. And ended up very far over the fence.
So is this before you knew you?
This is before. It's when I first started playing, when I first signed. And needless to say, to get back to the whole, you said, well, and the next guy, there's probably about 10,000 people there that day, and I was like, I want to shut these people up. So I went to go give the guy a little chin music, and I kind of hit him in the head.
Oh.
with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Well, just as a warning, do not yell atrocities in Adam in
Don't
the
piss him
show.
off if he has a ball in his hand.
But your audiences love you because everyone just really gets into the show.
Yes, correct.
And they really just love what's happening on that stage because it is so much fun to watch you guys.
It really is. It really is. I mean, we have so much chemistry, like I was telling people earlier, it's. We work so well together because we actually do get along backstage, and a lot of people, I feel like if you don't, then it shows.
Oh yeah, totally.
I mean, you can tell
we
when
hate each other.
Exactly. I know. I mean, I can tell. I mean,
Yeah.
worst enemies.
I mean, look at my body language. I'm
she's
trying to,
just
I
way
don't
over
want to
here.
sit next to him,
But see, I want to do this though, right here.
Oh, nice.
See, that's what I want to do.
Question is, who does he want to get closer to? We don't know. I am. I'm terrible. Ain't I bad?
Wait.
No. What I really love is that you guys are having such a great time doing the show, and you really have immersed yourself in and are having such a good time playing Joey in this part. But you cannot help but have a good time because the material is so there. And
it really is. I always joke around with John backstage. He's like, "You gonna be funny tonight?" I'm like, well, if you write me funny lines, I can be. But see, that's kind of relationship we have. We can,
nice.
we can joke around with each other like that.
That's a great part also, like being in a smaller show like this one is off Broadway. That you had that intimacy within the cast and
exactly
and with the writers and the directors and so forth, and the audience gets that.
Yeah, and like for instance, last night, or not last night, but last show we had I think was what happened when you were at the show when the picture fell. Was that night? Yeah,
I thought that was part of the show.
No, it actually just fell.
You went already?
Yeah.
I saw the show. I've seen it.
Yeah.
We don't wing
So you're
this
left
shit?
out. You're left out.
He's a punk.
You think I'm winging this? How could we not have Matthew on if I hadn't seen the show?
I don't know.
Seriously.
Wait. Did I start something here?
No.
Okay.
No, man.
Really, what's going to happen? The camera's going to turn off. I'm going to get slapped in the face.
I did want to ask you, Matthew,
Sure.
because I was paying very close attention. I didn't notice in the show that you have any kind of scars or anything from your injury.
I actually do, but they're very small X's because they went in arthroscopically.
Okay.
And
yes, because he has a shirtless scene, and I paid attention very closely to make sure if I saw anything, but I didn't see it.
He was the creep with the binoculars in the audience.
By the way, he was on the front row.
And that's who was following you home the other night.
Oh
Creep.
my God.
Is that who it was?
No. I totally do not have stalker tendencies.
Creep.
Just give me a baseball. Give me a baseball.
This is terrible. What do you want to give people the impression that I stalk them after shows? That's
I just
awful.
like to give you a hard time.
Obviously.
I'm sorry. Oh no.
No, it's all right. I'm sure Matthew's not now terrified of me. And everyone else who's potentially going to go out there to come on the show.
He's creepy.
No, seriously. The cast is so fantastic.
They are.
And it's so obvious that you're having so much fun doing the show. And,
Oh, yes.
And do you want to continue with your acting? I mean, because this is just beginning brand new for you.
Absolutely. Like I said, starting in Atlanta, I started off modeling and just kind of progressed up through commercials, and then my first actual play. Because I did stuff in my hometown and other places, played Gaston, Beauty and the Beast.
Can you sing?
In the shower.
Oh, Matthew.
I've been playing guitar for 10 years, but I can't sing a lick.
So many people out there right now are waiting for that video of Matthew singing in the shower. It's amazing. No, go ahead.
Remains to be seen. To be announced.
But that's great.
Yeah, that's just how I started, and it just I did my first play down in Atlanta, or a couple plays with John, and then came up here, and then fortunately I've had an offer to do another role after this role with Joey, and it's just kind of things are starting to open up and blossoming, and I love what we do. It's a lot of fun.
And you owe it all to Lady Bunny.
I do. I better say that because I have to see her on Friday.
Mouth you.
Are you talking from experience?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I have nothing but good things to say about Lady Bunny.
She is great.
She's fantastic.
And the thing is, everybody works hard. We got William and Rebecca and Grandma. Everybody. My father. They all are extremely hard workers.
Yeah, it's really fantastic.
It's really, really great.
It's really a fantastic cast. You're very lucky. And Mr. Matthew Pender, again, if people want to see the show, the website is?
www.whenjoeymarriedbobby.com.
And that's showing at the Roy Arias Theater Center in Off-Broadway on 43rd. And you can get tickets.
8th.
I'm sorry?
43rd and 8th.
43rd and 8th.
Hey, I'm just kidding.
Yes, 43rd and 8th, yes.
I just want to touch your leg real quick.
Look at this guy. Oh, you're liking it. She's like totally like giggling about it here and stuff.
I'm giggling about you.
I know.
He's gonna be so mad at me after the
Will not. Matthew, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys having me.
And the show is great. Continued success. And When Joey Married Bobby is going on now off Broadway. You're gonna love it. It's a lot of fun. And I'm JC Alvarez.
I'm Cara Kilduff.
This has been Talking About.